Hello there everyone, it's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I am back again to update you on what's happening in staratlas. Look at this beautiful Sage Labs introduction. You can see the whole world spanning across. We don't know which planet this is, but it does look like it's an alien planet. And you can see a little star shooting off into the sky there. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? So are you playing Sage Labs? I myself, I am. And in this video, I'm going to show you, hopefully you go along with me on the journey to get my first Thimble Airblack, my first crafted ship. Now, hopefully this actually works. I've laid it all out, so we just have to go ahead and redeem it. So let's get started. First off, let's have a look. I wanted to let you know why I haven't been making as many videos. Like, I've been making one a week, but so far it's been a bit low. Usually I've been making a bit more. You would expect some tutorials to be coming from me, but this is what I've been working on so far. So this has been my master's, right? I'm currently working on my master's. I'm just about finished. I just submitted my last assignment. So it's in the School of Nursing. Of course, I am a nurse. That's why, I'm not a content creator. I'm just like, I just make videos and talk to you about staratlas. So the whole idea of it was actually quantifying PACU delay. So when someone is ready to be discharged from recovery and go to the ward, there's a lot of time until they actually get to the ward. And so I looked at all of the data, all of the metadata behind that and say, okay, well, why was this person not ready to go? Why was they're ready to go? Why were they not transferred? Usually it's like a bed issue or a porter. All the hospitals are full, so there's no beds to go around. So I kind of looked at that data and hopefully submit it, hopefully get a credit or a distinction or a high distinction, and maybe I can publish. So that's what I've been up to, but that is now over. With that said, let's go back to staratlas. What has actually been happening? Let's talk about Sage. Sage has been going on for nearly more than 7 days now. I think 8 days so far. There's been nearly 6,000 profiles created, 3,500 Solana transactions. It was 3% of daily average Solana transactions, but Jesus Christ, it's a lot more than that now. And there's 20,000 fleets created. Now that fleet number is actually going to be like a huge, because every time I go back and I go and mine something, I come back, I have to disband the fleets to go and craft something and then reform them again. So that's like blown up. That's going to be blown up, right? Let's keep going. Let's actually look at the up-to-date stats. So this is from 2 hours ago, and thank you to Flipside Crypto. This is from the AFIA team over here. Let's take away my camera so you can see. Let's look at the total transactions since launch of Sage Labs. 4.58 million transactions. Holy crap. And right now, as of 2 hours ago, actually 4 hours ago, we are taking up nearly 6%. It's 5.92% of all transactions on Solana. That is a whole lot, my friends. That's a giant amount. Let's have a look at some extra stats, shall we? Bring my face back so you can see. Total transactions, you can see we are up and to the right. Just yesterday, we're up about 3.75 million transactions. Today, we're at 4.57 million. So there's about 1 million plus, What about the active players? Now, this is something we should actually keep on track of. When it first launched, there were so many active players, 1.4K. That did drop down a little bit of the macros and everyone else is getting their stuff in order is actually coming up. So we have an average concurrent player base of 1.15K, 1.15, 1.21. So it's sitting around the 1.2K give or take range, okay? It's not that much, but of course the ecosystem is a little bit depressed at the moment, but when the bull market comes, Jesus Christ, guys, it's going to be gorgeous. Now, we have the Sage Labs transactions as well, daily transactions. You can see that up and trending to the right. You can see the active transactions against the active players. So this is some really good data we have here. Let's see, the R9 mined. Let's have a look at all the mined resources. What's been mined the most so far? You can look at this. Look at the hydrogen. Hydrogen is by far the most mined. You look at that, 1 billion compared to everything else. In second place, I think, is carbon. So of course you need hydrogen to get your fuel, right? To craft your fuel, which everyone needs. Everyone, if you're doing anything to get anywhere, to get any resources, you need hydrogen, which is going to be your fuel. On top of that, you do need some carbon, which also goes to your ammunition, right? So you can see this is some gorgeous data here, right? So you would automatically think that the hydrogen market is the most liquid at the moment. Let's look at some crafting stuff. People are crafting copper, fuel, iron, total burnt and total crafted. You can see there's a big difference here between the total burnt and what's total crafted. So what's people holding off to, right? Now, that's just some few notes for you. We'll keep an eye on this. So whenever I think something crazy has happened, I will let you know, right? Let's keep going. Let's look at Sage Labs, what the recent patch is. And now, guys, there are patches all the time, okay? So you got to make sure that you are on the actual current version of Sage Labs. The most recent one has the sector survey on the bottom right-hand side. So you can scan all the time on the right-hand side instead of going into Manage Fleet and then going to sector scan and then going to scan again. So like you reduce 2 clicks already. Let's see some of the changes. Added a toggle in the settings to hide your wallet and your name. Let's actually go ahead and see if we can show that right now. Let's go here and let's go here. Let's hide it. There you go. Just behind me. I'm going to show you. Hide user interface there. Okay, you can do that to actually hide your wallet so that no one like you can see what my wallet is. Let's keep going. What else is next? Disabled the mining docking UI in enemy territories as your faction doesn't control, because they said you can't do anything in the enemy enemy places, so you shouldn't go there, right? You can't go and mine their stuff. You can't go and be in their base, so you shouldn't go there. So they've actually disabled the UI. Fix an issue where the correct cargo amount for food and toolkits wouldn't show when adding them through the hangar. Added toast notifications for many actions. Not sure what toast notifications are. I think just normal on the right bottom hand side corner. Fix an issue where medium risk zone lore would display in faction CSS. All player fleets will now be ordered alphabetically on the dashboard to be more consistent. Fix an issue where players could try to start crafting without the needed atlas fee. Whoa, you sneaky bastards. Added a sector survey tab to the Galaxy overview for easier scanning. That's exactly what I was saying. Fine-tune the Starcom infrastructure and server architecture to better performance and reliability. Guys, thank you so much. Love these patch updates. I want to just say something though. I hope the team isn't spending so much time making the UI look better and gorgeous. No, because we're actually waiting for the WebGL version. That's supposed to be the main version, right? So there's no point using a whole bunch of resources, fixing stuff, little things here and there for these actual just text-based UI when the WebGL stuff is actually what's supposed to be coming. Now, maybe they're spending a lot of time here because that WebGL isn't coming anytime soon. That's my concern. So I just have that in the back of my mind. You know, all these fixes, I am super grateful for them. They do make the gameplay a little bit better, but at the same time, we have the better WebGL version coming out. So why are we wasting why are we using so many resources for this little section? But the team know better. The team are in the best place to know. Let's have a look at some of the ships and redemptions in Star Atlas that in the labs that I think you should need to know about, right? So this is Michael Wagner saying, oh, this is someone asking about the redemption of the ships that are in labs. I think there's a few ships, you know, the air bikes, the mambas, the butchers, all of that sort of stuff. And of course, not the tree arrow, that's in the golden tickets. For the exclusive ships, the entire supply is available in labs and beyond, promotions, asset campaigns, etc. This applies to the Max Hog and the X, the Mamba X, right? The total supply of those ships use the same pricing supply model we use for all other ships. I don't have the numbers offhand, but it will be approximately the same total amount as the Mamba, though we are now using a new configuration and pricing model, so some variations should be expected. For the Butch, we have allocated 15 for labs, so people are probably already going to redeem the Butch. There's only 15 of them, for God's sake. That's a very limited supply. We'll have a look at it on chain, see how many there are at the moment. 8 via redemptions and 7 in the golden ticket withdrawals. And so really, you can only redeem 8 of them. The rest are going to be 1 in the golden tickets. My God, right? We will sell Butch later and will also conform to our pricing supply model for future supply. Awesome. Now, for the X, that's just for now. For the Butch, that's all there will be. And lastly, the PSR6 has 17 in labs, 1 in golden tickets. That's a very weird proportion, isn't it? We had 8 for the Butch in labs, and then like 7 in the golden tickets, but with PSR6 is 17 in labs. So I assume people are going to be going to really craft those PSR6, and that's actually the ship I'm going to be going for after my Fimble airbike, right? Because I need a PSR6, I need a small repair in my fleet. And everything you're mining, crafting, and labs is forward compatible, except for the golden tickets. Of course, golden tickets is just for labs at the moment, right? So here's the hint, guys. Feel free to hoard and save for Starbased. Awesome. Are you going to be hoarding any of your resources? I want to, right? I definitely want to. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not really interested in the crafting for the golden tickets. Once the extra ships are actually finished, like being redeemed, then I don't want to enter golden tickets. What am I going to do with all my resources? I'm just going to hoard them. I'm just going to save them for Starbase. So I'm in a much better position, right? Now, let's take a look at what I want to do in Sage Labs right now. This is my user interface, right? So far, I want to do something. Let's craft my first ship, guys. You're with me on this journey. This is a giant monumental journey. Let's craft a ship. So first off, while we craft, I'm going to actually show you a really nice tool from StarStat, which has come out recently. What am I going to craft? I want to be crafting it's always this thing. They need to change a little bit the interface. I want to show you the, where is the Fimble airbike? I'm looking for the Fimble airbike. Where is it? Where is the airbike? There we go. There's the Fimble airbike. Awesome. Now at the top they do have categories. They have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, but they don't have ships. Like you can put all, they have SDUs, but there's no ships. So you can see here in my crafting, I have iron, I have all that's required, toolkits, all that's required, copper, all that's required, server data units, all that's required. And it's going to give me a Thimble air bike, but I need a few power sources. Look at this. In my starbase, I have 3,959. I need 3,960. So I need to craft one power source. And I left it for this video so we can do it together. Let's go ahead and craft a power source. Now to craft the power source, let's go and find it and then click on it. It's very hard, so I like to go to tier 1, okay? And then power source is right at the bottom. Now to craft the power source, I need 2 luminite, I have 82, and I need 1 graphene, I have 41 in my slot. So right now I'm going to put 1, and I'm going to take 1 crew, I have 33 there. I'm only going to take 1 crew, let's take away the cam, and I'm going to start it. It's going to be 10 seconds. Now this is how the crafting works, you know, so 1 crew and you do 10 crew, that should, I actually won't take it down any less. Let's go 33. No, it won't change anything. Let's go 1. Anyway, usually when you have a massive crew and something's going to take like hours to finish, you add a few crew to it, it will reduce the timer. So you click start. Hopefully that transaction does go through. Let's wait and see for it to go through. Is it going through? I don't bloody know. Yes. Yes, it's finished. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to claim the output. See, 6 seconds left. I'm going to claim the output. Okay. Now, while that's going, let me show you the new StarStat item. Now, this is from StarStat himself. It's a really nice. As I said, let me bring back my face. I was actually waiting for someone to create not an Excel, but just a small website where you can say, I want to craft a Thimble air bike. You put that in, and then it kind of branches out all the needed requirements, right? All the needed stuff. That's kind of what he's done here. You click on Thimble air bike, and this little thing comes up, right? And then it tells you what you need to actually have. You need toolkits, you need 7,000 copper. It's the same thing that we have in the Sage Labs itself. But I want to know how many luminite and what else graphene I need to do this power source. I need each individual thing actually broken down so that I don't have to do it myself. That's what I think what people are really waiting for. Thimble air bikes, by the way, have gone up from $1.50 all the way to $6. So if you bought a whole bunch of $1.50, holy crap, that's a really good ROI right now, right? Of course, everyone needs them to craft. That's why they sold by like hotcakes. So it's finished crafting. I pressed it twice, which is fine. Let's claim my output and let's also claim this output. Now I should have enough to actually go and redeem my ship. Let's go and see. All items have been added to my inventory. Let's go ahead and go to all of them. Let's look for my Thimble air bike, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. A little drum roll here. Look at this. Look at this. 1 Thimble air bike. Oh, where's the power? Yes, there it is. It updated itself. Amazing. It does take a bit of time for the blockchain, for the UI to actually go back to the blockchain and say, hey, does he actually have this stuff? And then he's going to show it to you. So it takes a bit of time. You got to relax a little bit. Now, let me put in 1 to craft. Start. It's going to be instant. See, let me show you now. In my inventory, I have no other ships. Okay, it just starts with these. Okay, just starts with these. No ships here. Let me go ahead and go and craft 1 Thimble air bike, and then we have a new Thimble air bike. Is it gonna go? I think it's instant. I have auto transactions turned on. So let's see. Now let's go back and see if I can craft it again. Hopefully the resources aren't there. Or is it instant? I wonder. Yes! I think it's gone through. Look, the thing is here. It's gone through. Yeah, okay, so I pressed it twice, and of course something went wrong because I don't have the ingredients anymore. Let's go to my inventory, and let's see if we have a brand new ship. Let's see if we have a brand new ship. Power source 1. No, come on. It's not there yet. I wonder if I can deposit. Where does it actually go? Does it go straight into... does it go straight into your inventory? Guys, this is the first time I'm crafting something, so obviously I have no idea. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna actually refresh the entire thing and come back to it. But that's the calculator. That's a really good thing for you guys to use. I'm gonna close that for now, but I want to go back here, connect, self-layer, connect. I'm excited. This is my first ship that we've ever crafted. Now, Athea has already crafted this a long time ago, right? Let me go ahead, make it a little bit easier. I want my CSS, navigate to the sector. Crafting is finished, navigate to the CSS. I'll zoom out a little bit so I can see. It takes a while to load sometimes, doesn't it, guys? I know, it's okay, it's part of it, it's part of it. Now, let's see, where is my air bike? Oh, it still says 0 and 0. Why? Do you have to claim it? Did I not? Ah, yeah, I'm such an idiot. Of course you have to claim it. Of course you have to claim it, just like everything else you craft. All right, so, claim output. I think I'm gonna claim it, and then it should come here. Yes, it's been claimed. I'm gonna see if I can cancel this crafting, or even like withdraw the ingredients, because I don't want to use all the ingredients there. I only have enough for one ship. That's what I'll be able to do. Now let's go to my inventory, and let's actually go to the Starbase hangar. Where is it now, actually? Is it in the Starbase? Oh, there it is. There it is. I have +1 Thimble airbike. Amazeballs! Amazeballs! Yes, I've crafted my first ship. How exciting is that, guys? That's brilliant. The game is fun. People are having fun playing it. There is a bit of a macro issue going on. SDU pricing crashing. Let's have a look at that actually now. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at the SDU, the data units. As I said in my last video, I did think they were really overpriced. You know, there's a global limit of 1.5K every single minute that's being given out. So that's a huge supply, okay? Of course, there's 3 zones, so it's 500 per zone. So of course, if you're in if you're in the really saturated zone, you're not gonna get as much if you're scanning all the time. I remember when they first started, at 18 Atlas each, and then they went to 15 Atlas each. I was still selling at that point, right? I knew that these was really overpriced. So at the moment, we're still sitting at around the 5.5 Atlas range, right? Let me take away my face so you can see. 5.5 Atlas range. I still think it's too high, right? Other people want it now because they want to go ahead and redeem all the ships as soon as they can, right? But I actually think this is going to go to like the 1 Atlas range. I actually think the 1, maybe even less than 1. That's where I see it really going, being honest, right? I just got to be honest with you, because it's just going to keep going and going and going. People are going to get better at scanning and scanning and scanning. More people are going to come on and scan and scan and scan. We're always going to be hitting that limit of 1.5K, right? That's what I think anyway. And people are just going to keep doing it, right? And you don't need many of them for the golden tickets. Once all the ships have been redeemed, right? People are just going to go for golden tickets. And for people like me, I don't want to go for the golden tickets, and so I'm just going to sell it on the market and try and realize some Atlas return. Maybe buy a few more ships with that, do something else, buy a claim stake with that, something else, you know? Yeah, so anyway, that's for the data server units. What I want to look at is the Butch, right? So we have seen the Butch previously. Michael Wagner did say there's only 55 of them. So let's actually look at it on chain. This is the Mamba X, and this is the Butch, okay? That's a really gorgeous ship. I think it was a bounty hunter ship, wasn't it? It is... No, it's a fighter, sorry. It's a fighter ship. Let's go ahead and look on chain how many there are, okay? Let's have a look at this. Let's take my face away again so you can see. So the current supply for the Butch, there is 8 of them, okay? Only 8 Butches, because he said 8 of them in the labs, and then 7 of them in the, what do you call it? The golden tickets. Has anyone redeemed them yet? I do not think so, because I think there's only 8 still here. There is only one holder who holds 8 of them. I think that is still the labs. That is still the labs wallet, right? So no one has actually claimed any of the Butchers from the team yet. But let's have a look at the Thimble Mamba X, right? There's 55 of these, however, right? The Thimble Mamba X, let's have a look. Go back to the marketplace, and the Thimble Mamba X. Mamba X, that is also a fighter, if I'm not wrong, unless it's a bounty hunter. I actually forget. Yeah, it's a bounty hunter, sorry. It's a bounty hunter, medium bounty hunter with a few pilots. People are wanting to buy this at $53, but let's actually have a look. There's 55 of them. Okay, let's have a look at the holders. There have been a few transfers. What does that mean? 22 hours ago, did someone get 1 Thimble Mamba X already from the team? Let's have a look at the holders so far. There is 2 holders of the Thimble Mamba X. The team, which I think has 54 of them, and 1 wallet, which has 1 of them. So did this one person redeem it from somewhere else? Not sure. You can probably you can actually have a look at all of these. Yeah, I think so. Hey, look at that. Just very quickly, if I have this wrong, the team authorized it, right? And then it went into this holding wallet. Someone came, this wallet came, and we redeemed it from this wallet. That's why it's going from this wallet to his own wallet. And from his wallet, he probably moved it here to there, moved it here to there, maybe going to a ledger, maybe going to stake it. Not sure what this person is doing. So I think one person has probably redeemed the Fimble number X so far, if I have my blockchain sleuthing right. I'm not an expert, guys. I'm just giving you some commentary, some colorful commentary. Now, lastly, before we finish the video, the economic report has actually come out. What do you need to know from the economic report? Let's read the intro, a few takeaways, and also the discussion, because the conclusion, because this is, I think, where a lot of the beautiful stuff is. Let's actually read the executive summary. The quarter began with Sage escape velocity deactivated on July 7th. Consequently, claim stakes became the only source that R4 was produced. The charge led to a thriving commodity market and changes in asset preference. In particular, R4 prices increased on average roughly 250% from the DAO origination prices. Remember that. That was actually expensive. A whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of ships went out of profitability. I think the Fimble Lobby is still the most unprofitable ship. So hopefully you're taking that out of score and at least doing something in labs, right? We also saw a large increase in secondary market trade value for both ships and claim stakes through the quarter. Let's go ahead and see the key highlights. Aggregate Atlas production has increased 20% over the quarter, most of which can be attributed to claim stakes. Very nice. The Mud faction has risen to the top regarding wealth and economic productivity. Still, output per capita is very similar across factions, so they're really roughly the same. Mud just has more people. Wealth inequality is largest in Mud, which means that there are more rich people and also more poor people, which means that it's really skewed. Whereas Oni has everyone closer to the middle size, so everyone's like middle income in Oni. So think of Australia as Oni and America as Mud. America, a lot of rich people, a lot of poor people. In Australia, everyone's like just well off. There's not too many rich people, not too many poor people. That's the idea. The staratlas population grew by over 11,000, much of it attributed to non-resident currency holders. R4 production has steadily increased over the period, and the aggregate production to consumption ratio of R4 has improved 1 over the quarter, has approached 1 over the quarter. I don't get what that means. With the R4 price increases, margin on Armstrong ships and claim stakes are at an all-time high. Yes, they are like nearly still like 50-60% ROI at the moment. That's not to say they won't change, right? It's the meta at the moment. Everyone needs resources. That will slowly come down when everyone can craft their own resources. Everyone's stockpiling. 5.3k profiles have been created in labs. Labs players have approved 1.38 million transactions. We're up to nearly 5 million now, guys. 18,000 golden tickets have been crafted in Sage Labs. Actually, we can probably look at it. It's a lot more now anyway. Let's have a look at some extra stats on here. I think it's all great info. I don't want to harp on too much about it, but I do want to show you the actual heat map of where everyone is in labs right now. That was actually pretty important. I actually wanted to know this as well. So this is the heat map, guys. In labs, okay, you've got Oni on the top left, Mud on the bottom, and then Usta on the top right. Where is everyone going? You can see here, people are starting the biggest red spots. That's the central space stations, okay? Very easy to see. And then you can see people like to go left and go right at the Oni. I wonder what actual resources are there. Let me see if I can actually go figure that out. Now that is, no, I don't have a map handy at the moment unless I make something I shouldn't, show something I shouldn't tell you. Yeah, on the Mud, on the Oster side, people are also going a little bit to the right, a little bit down, a little bit up. They're looking for all the different resources, and Mud as well. It's really good to see where everyone is going. You can see there's some really random spots here. Of course, this will change over time. This will evolve over time. It's just interesting. People are going really far out here for Oni and also really far down here for Oster. You can see that, right? So what resources is actually up there, down there? I want to see. I want to go and see, because that means if a lot of people are going there, that's where a lot of the economy is actually booming in that area. Something great is there. Let's look at the conclusion. The events that took place over the quarter represent the origin of the staratlas player economy. Thriving commodity markets coupled with increased production leading up to the release of Sage Labs illustrated the wealth discrepancy between factions and the benefits that those on top were able to reap. The population of producers increased as a result, along with the yield of productive assets. That's true. The post period that captured the first 4 days of labs activity showed the high demand for R4, specifically fuel. That's why we saw hydrogen has the highest spike. It's crazy. As players worked to stockpile their ships with adequate supplies, golden ticket production went parabolic as players began recognizing the value of golden ticket crafting. I think a golden ticket, if I'm not wrong, is up to like 30 cents now, I think. How much are they actually worth now? Atlas, 130, and it's up to 20 cents so far. Remember, it started at 50 cents, then 30 cents, right? Now it's going to 20 cents, then it'll go to 10 cents, okay? It will go down, right? That's normal. It's part of the economy, okay? So, while not mentioned above, ship crafting was less of a priority for players as only 3 thimble air bikes, 2 max hogs, 1 solo was redeemed during the period. That's only a 4-day period, right? It's probably changed a lot more now. We hope this report has provided a deeper look into staratlas economy as well as built anticipation and excitement for the months and years to come. Sage Labs, one of the most sophisticated economic systems on Solana, has brought a new paradigm, the age of real-world online economies. And with that said, my friends, I'm going to leave you and love you. Thank you very much for watching as always. Congrats to me who just finished my first thimble air bike. That is amazing. I am now going to be going for the R6, the PSR6. I need a small repair in my fleet. I don't have a big repair at all. I have the large repair. I have the large repair, but I don't have an R6. So that's my next goal. Okay, and what is that going to cost me? Let's look at the crafting workshop. Let's go there. I wish they could just put in an extra small filter that says ships. So it's been much easier instead of having to go down all the way. Let's look for my R6. Where is my R6? There we go. What do I need? 500,000 of steel. I need more than 1 million of copper wire, 200k of electronics, 200k power sources, 160k electromagnets, 37 survey data units. Oh my god, 37,000. Let's have a look. How much is that going to cost me? Now, let's do some quick math here. Let's do some quick math. How much was it? 137,000. That's so much. No, 37,000, not 137. My God, calm down. Let's get up the calculator. Let's do 5 times 37. It's going to cost me 185,000 Atlas so far, okay? But I actually anticipate these SDUs will come down in price. So I'm going to actually say one SDU will probably go down to 1 Atlas. That's only going to cost me 37,000 Atlas in SDUs. That's if I don't scan for it myself. All right, guys, remember, you don't have to do it all yourself. Everyone's going to be a specialist in their area. You can go and get your own stuff. You sell your stuff for a profit on the market, and then you buy someone else's stuff for cheaper. And that's how you play the game, right? Or you come to AFIA, and we all do it together. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching, as always. 201st episode. Thank you for being with me on this giant journey. I'm going to leave you and love you. Bye for now. Ciao.